Hello everyone and welcome to the new Houston Texans franchise. This is going to be a franchise based around rebuilding the Houston Texans. You can see here that we have created the new head coach of Teddy Texas, the inventor of the state of Texas. Clearly, that's where he gets the name. That's where the state gets the name. We're going to be starting this franchise from scratch. It is actually from sort of the week 12 rosters of the real life NFL. Obviously, we're not going to be winning the Super Bowl this year. I think that's abundantly clear. I'm going to set our objective to be 4 wins on the season. I think that's something that is achievable under the right circumstances. Davis Mills will be our starting quarterback going into the year. We've got Kyle Allen as the backup. I was a little surprised to see that Davis Mills actually has star development. I don't know if you guys knew that, but maybe not horrible for the future. Like, he could be our future quarterback. Dameon Pierce, Eno Benjamin, and Jet Anderson are our running backs. Dameon Pierce, obviously rookie, very good. We've got Brandon Cooks, Nico Collins, John Mechie, a rookie as well. Looking to see how he can develop. Philip Dorsett, as well as Chris Moore and Amari Rogers. Brandon Cooks, he's got star development, but he's probably going to be a trade target at some point. I'm not going to lie to you. He costs a lot of money to be on a not so good team. A contender could use him a lot more. Plus, I don't really like him all that much just because he's a little shorter. Obviously, he's got great speed, but I do prefer taller wide receivers. For the offensive line, we've got Laramie Tunsil, Kenyon Green, the rookie. He, I believe, has hidden development. We'll take a peek right here. He does. And that's a huge deal. The left side of our line's looking set for the future. Obviously, Laramie Tunsil is a beast. Justin Britt is our center. Center, a bit of a weak spot for us, to be honest. In fact, the entire right side of the line, a little weak. AJ Can, 7-year veteran, only 74 overall. Titus Howard is younger, at least. Still only normal development, so we'll see how it goes. Left end, we got Jerry Hughes Jr. is the starter there. Jonathan Grenard out of Florida on the right side. Malik Collins and Roy Lopez are the interior D tackles. Got Thomas Booker the fourth, the rookie out of Stanford, only 22. Only normal development, but very young. We can obviously see how he develops. Not the greatest stats there on his ratings, to be honest. Jalen Reeves-Maben will be our left outside linebacker. Christian Kirksey in the middle with Jake Hansen, the rookie, behind him. Blake Cashman on the right side with Neville Hewitt. Neville Hewitt will probably play a bit more than Cashman, however. Steven Nelson, Desmond King, and the huge rookie Derek Stingley Jr. Hidden development for him, so we know he's star or better. 21 out of LSU. Going to be the cornerstone of the defense going forward, definitely. The defense is going to be built around him. He's going to be the #1 corner, not this year probably, but possibly as early as the following year. Or, you know, maybe he performs well this year and we move him to the #1 spot. We've also got Tremon Smith and Tavier Thomas, I think is how you say his name. Jonathan Owens is our free safety. He's only 27. Got a little bit of time to develop, but with normal development, I don't see him going far. At least he's fast. MJ Stewart backs him up at the free safety position. Jalen Petrie is another big rookie out of Baylor. He's not very big, actually. He's only 5'11", 195. But he's a pretty good athlete. You need to work on his coverages a little bit, although safety doesn't need them quite as badly. Here's my first time working with this new scouting in Madden games. I haven't played Madden in a while, to be honest. The strengths of this class are right tackle, wide receiver, and right outside linebacker. Conveniently a need for us at every single one of those positions. We do have a lot of picks that could end up being very good depending on how we do the season and how the Browns do the season. We could have, theoretically, I think 2 top 5 picks, to be honest with you. Just, you know, depending on how things go. This is what we ended up going for with our scouting. Feel free to pause if you want to take a closer look at kind of what we're working with here. There will obviously be episodes going forward, specifically just about scouting. And then before our game with the Colts, we had an interview question about what we feel like we need to do to perform against the Colts. We're picking stifling defense, as they do have a bit of a potent offensive attack. Matt Ryan, Jonathan Taylor. We're going to say that we need to stifle the run. Jonathan Taylor, obviously the best player on that team. Maybe not on the team, but at least on the offense. And it's going to be a big deal to stop him. The goal is to allow less than 75 yards rushing to a guy like Jonathan Taylor. A little far-fetched, admittedly. I don't see this happening. We're taking a look at the contracts here. Like I was saying, Brandon Cooks is worth a lot of money. Laramie Tunsil is a lot of money, but at least, you know, really great left tackles are hard to come by. I sort of understand that. Christian Kirksey costs a lot to not be very good. The entire right side of our line, like Titus Howard, costs a ton of money to be what I would call a, you know, below average right tackle. Like, he's got okay stats. Like, he's serviceable, right? Like, he'll get his job done for the most part. He might allow a couple sacks. Not great. Malik Collins is another one, a D tackle that's not worth the money we're paying for him. So, few trade targets possibly. Brandon Cooks is the big one, I think, that we'll most likely be trading at some point this year. He's not going to be sticking around, guys. Just to be honest with you, he will be traded at some point. It's just sort of a matter of when and not if. It's going to happen. As for our strategy, this is my first time working with the strategy here on these new Madden games. I just recently got the PS5. A couple injuries to people that don't play. Actually, Kenyon Green, our left guard, has a dislocated wrist, so he won't be playing in today's game. So we will be working with a backup left guard, which sucks a little bit. These are the sliders I'm going to be using. They are Matt 10's sliders. I'll try to link them in the description if anyone wants them. The injuries were set to 10 for some reason. They're actually supposed to be 25. I made sure to turn that up. But yeah, feel free to copy those down if you want to do your own franchise. It's all Madden with Matt 10's sliders. First game of the year is a divisional matchup against Matt Ryan and the Indianapolis Colts. They've obviously got a pretty good offensive attack with Mo Alley Cox, Matt Ryan, Michael Pittman, and then the big dog himself, Jonathan Taylor. Our offense looks kind of tiny by comparison. Not exactly the best players on our team. However, the season is underway. The Houston Texans back to receive. Starting from about the 3-yard line is Smith, and he will bring this back to the 28, which is where Davis Mills will take the field. Is he the quarterback of the future? I'm not so sure. I guess this is sort of a prove-it year for him. If he performs well and he really makes some strides and, you know, he ranks up, I guess you would call it, you know, maybe we stick with him and we go other routes in the draft rather than trying to get a new guy. First run to Dameon Pierce, absolutely stuffed in the backfield. Probably not how he imagined his first career run going. 2nd and 11, Davis Mills to pass. Finds Nico Collins, but Nico Collins couldn't find the ball. It is dropped. 3rd and 11, Davis Mills back to pass once more. He'll find Jordan Akins, but it's only good for 7. We needed 11. 4th and 4, we'll punt it away. Matt Ryan takes the field for the first time with this Colts offense. Obviously, former MVP in 2018. Probably should have won a Super Bowl, but didn't. Still chasing that here in Indianapolis. Their team is honestly really good on paper. I don't see how they, you know, couldn't end up performing quite well. First pass of his Colts career is to Michael Pittman Jr. on the left side. And then a handoff to Jonathan Taylor, met in the backfield quickly by Christian Kirksey. Huge tackle for Christian Kirksey. Loss of 2. Great way to start our stifling run defense. 2nd and 12, Indianapolis. Down the field, that's Alec Pierce at the Houston 40. Completely mosses to Houston Texans defenders. There's an injury on the play, however, and it looks like that injury is actually to Matt Ryan. He's really not feeling very good about his leg on the sideline. Something's bothering him big time. That brings in Super Bowl champion Nick Foles to play out the rest of this game for Indianapolis. Completes his first pass to Michael Pittman. Now his second passing attempt will be to Alec Pierce. He's down to the 13-yard line is Alec Pierce. 1st and 10, Indianapolis. I can't see how they don't score on this drive at this point. Jonathan Taylor to the left side. Met in the backfield by Kirksey again. Can't bring him down, but Rasheem Green can. Is it Rasheem or Rasheem? Either way, made the tackle. Good on him. Jonathan Taylor, big run this time. Well, you know, big for the compared to the other two. Gain of 8. 3rd and 2 for Nick Foles. He finds Michael Pittman in the end zone. That is a touchdown, Indianapolis. You know, Derek Stingley was on coverage there. Honestly, not terrible coverage. Michael Pittman just had the leverage in that situation, and the good throw from Nick Foles makes it a touchdown for Indianapolis, and pending the extra point, they will go up 7-0. Davis Mills back on the field from the 30 handoff. Dameon Pierce. Pretty good run this time, about a gain of 8 to the 37. 2nd and 2 for this Houston offense. Play action. A pass downfield. It's an errant throw under pressure, intercepted by the Indianapolis Colts. That's Gilmore with the interception, and he'll bring this back to the 44. I know he said he was under pressure, but it's not like he was thrown out of a sack. I feel like that's a throw he could make. It is tight coverage, maybe not a throw he should be attempting at all, but either way, intercepted. At the 44 is Jonathan Taylor. He's met immediately in the backfield, possibly a loss of one. They're going to say he got back into the line. 2nd and 10. Nick Foles to throw. He's sacked. That's Jalen Petrie in the backfield. The 2nd-round pick out of Baylor, getting his first sack of his young career, possibly his first tackle, as I don't know if I'd seen him involved prior to this tackle right there. Great job, Jalen Petrie. Absolutely massive. We've got Foles back to throw, and the sack means absolutely nothing. He finds Michael Pittman Jr. on the left side of the field. He's got the first down to the 26 of Houston. Foles to pass once more, and he will throw this to the left side. It is caught, and that's a late hit, Derek Stingley. That's going to be an unnecessary roughness call on the rookie corner. He's going to make stupid rookie mistakes. That's one of them. Now 1st and goal from the 10 for Indianapolis. Handoff to Jonathan Taylor up the middle. He's got some running room this time. Can't be brought down by Kirksey. Is actually flipped into the end zone by Jones. And that's going to be a touchdown. Indianapolis, they suddenly, very, very quickly have a 2-score lead on the Houston Texans. Best run of the day for Jonathan Taylor, and it leads to a score. It's 14-0 now for Indianapolis. Davis Mills not opting to pass this time after throwing the interception. Handoff Pierce. He gets absolutely nowhere. This time he will pass. He finds Nico Collins down the field. No drop from Collins this time. He'll get to the 44 of Indianapolis. 1st down Texans. Davis Mills has Pierce with him in the backfield out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, and he'll look to throw. That's Chris Moore down the field. A good little catch from Chris Moore. A nice throw from Davis Mills. To the 27 are the Houston Texans. This is the best the offense has looked to this point. Davis Mills back to throw again. Under a bit of pressure, goes down the field. He's looking for Brandon Cooks. It's in and out of his hands. Broken up by the Colts. 3rd and 10 now from the 27 of Indianapolis. Thrown to Chris Moore. It is caught, but it's not nearly enough for the first down. That's going to be 4th and 4 for the Houston Texans. They will bring on Kaimi Fairbairn to kick the field goal. That one is up, and it is good. Now 14-3 for Indianapolis, just chipping away at the lead whenever we can. Obviously, touchdown would have been preferred, but we will take the 3 either way. This will be kicked off down the field, taken at the 1 for the Indianapolis Colts. And a huge hit from Murray. It's fumbled. It's down on the ground. Derek Stingley Jr. recovers. The Houston Texans score a field goal, force a fumble on the ensuing kickoff, and now have the ball again at the Indianapolis 22. Absolutely massive scenes for the Houston Texans, as suddenly they have the chance to make this a 1-score game again. 14-3 still, handoff Dameon Pierce from the 22. Huge truck from Dameon Pierce, absolutely massive. He's a big man. Mills under center this time from the 11. Pierce to run. Met in the backfield that time. Not a big man that time. Little man that time. 2nd and 12. Houston Texans. Davis Mills back to throw. Left side. Finds O.J. Howard, the tight end. I believe that's the first reception on the season for him. Mills back to pass again. Across the middle of the field. Finds Chris Moore. He's not in the end zone, though. They do credit him for the first down, however. And that will be at the 1 for the Houston Texans. It's looking like they are lined up in the shotgun from the 1-yard line. A bit of a strange lineup. Is it going to be a jet sweep? It's a fake jet sweep. Handoff Dameon Pierce. And he's stuffed at the goal line. Still at the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal. We go to him again. It's Dameon Pierce up the middle. Touchdown Texans. Dameon Pierce's first touchdown of his rookie campaign. And, you know, not so bad from the rookie. He's having a pretty good day so far. Pretty much every time we go to him, he gains yards. He's a couple of times where he's gotten stuffed. This time, not so much. Touchdown. It is going to be 14-10 for Houston. And now the first time the Colts offense is seeing the field in quite some time. It's the second quarter, 9.5 minutes to go. Foles finds Mo Alley Cox, his big tight end, across the middle of the field to the 37 of Houston. Foles has come in and he's played well. Nick Foles back to pass again. This time it's Michael Pittman. He's got another first down. We just can't seem to stop anything through the air. Another throw, Michael Pittman across the middle, completely wide open to the 35 of Houston. The Colts are just making us look stupid, like that touchdown didn't matter whatsoever. The middle of the field is wide open again. This time it's Alec Pierce. He's brought down by Jalen Petrie and friends, and he's down to the 14. Now it's 2nd and 6 from the Houston 10, and he's sacked in the backfield. It's Rasheem Green with the sack on Nick Foles. That makes it 3rd and 12 from the 15. 5.5, a little over 5.5 minutes left to play in the second quarter. Foles back to pass, a lot of time to throw, dumps it off to Jonathan Taylor. It's 3rd and 12, remember, and he doesn't convert. That makes it 4th and 3 for Indianapolis. The Texans bend don't break on defense, and they only allow 3, but we're still within a touchdown. It's now 17-10. And Davis Mills is back on the field with a chance to tie it before we go to half. Davis Mills lines up under center. We've got a handoff to Pierce, and he'll take this for 2, maybe 3 yards. And we'll hand off to Pierce once more. This time he's got a much better run. That's going to be good for about 10 yards and plenty for a first down to the 37. 4 minutes left to play in the first half. A throw to Pierce this time, and he's good for a few, about 5. 2nd and 5 from the 42. Davis Mills back to throw. To the left side, that's Chris Moore. Bit of a scary throw. If that route gets jumped, that's probably a pick 6. But we won't talk about that because it wasn't. 2nd and 8. Mills back to pass again. Looks across the middle of the field. Finds Brandon Cooks. A good completion. I think maybe the first time we've seen Cooks today at least get a completion. He's been targeted one other time that I can think of. Nico Collins to the left side. Under 2 minutes remaining now in the first half. Jordan Akins across the middle of the field. This time completely wide open as the Colts sent some heat. Davis Mills from the 11. You could still gain a first down without the touchdown, but it looks like we're going to get the touchdown anyway. Never mind. Davis Mills, bad throw. This time across the middle. He finds Chris Moore. Could have been Damian Pierce the play before. Mills missed the throw, but it's all right. He got another chance. Hit Chris Moore. Maybe he just doesn't like Damian Pierce. Either way, touchdown, Houston Texans. Davis Mills, good throw this time. Obviously, Chris Moore completely wide open. Shouldn't have missed the first one, but he made the second one. So we'll take the touchdown regardless. 17-17 tie game, 50 seconds left for the Colts. And they do have all of their timeouts. This is plenty of time to drive down the field and get a field goal at the very least. Green in the backfield, hits Foles as he throws. He still finds Alec Pierce. Alec Pierce gets a 9-yard gain. That's a timeout for Indianapolis. They're at the 40 already. They really only need about 20 more yards, and they're at least close to field goal range. Mo Cox with a catch. That's a first down. He's out of bounds. They don't have to use a timeout. 30 seconds left. Still 2 timeouts for the Colts. 2nd and 10. Foles back to pass on the run. Finds Alec Pierce. Kirksey misses the tackle. King ends up bringing him down. Time out Indianapolis. 23 seconds. They're at the 44. This will be an incredibly long field goal at this point. Lucky for them, they've got timeouts in time. That's a bad drop from, I think that was Mo Alley Cox. I'm not really sure. Nick Foles back to pass once more. Has literally all day. The entire day. Jonathan Taylor makes the catch, makes a guy miss, and is out of bounds. Pushed there by Jalen Petrie. 9 seconds left in the first half. Foles back to pass, wasting a lot of time. A catch by Doolin. He's brought down at the 22-yard line. 2nd and 3 now for the Colts. Obviously, 2 seconds left. They're going to line up for the field goal. This one's up, and it is good. It's going to be 20-17 in favor of the Colts headed into halftime. I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't expect this game to be competitive in the slightest, so I'm just happy that we're in the game at all. After going down 14-0, I thought we were just going to get blown out, so I'm happy we're here. Our defense is doing a great job at stopping Jonathan Taylor, by the way. We really do have a good shot at this point of completing that challenge. So we'll see how that goes. The Colts have fumbled the kickoff return once already. This time they will not. Start of the second half. This will bring Nick Foles and the Indianapolis Colts offense back on to the field. And as for Matt Ryan, it's a PCL tear. He's out for the year. a heartbreaker for the Colts, who just picked him up. Now they're going to have Nick Foles for the remainder of the season. Hey, if you're looking to make a Super Bowl push, Nick Foles might be your guy. He's done it before. And it looks like Nick Foles back to pass this time. Hughes gets some pressure in there, and Foles will just throw this one away. That's a 3-and-out for the Colts. I don't know if they had gone 3-and-out to this point. Good work by the Texans defense to start the second half. Davis Mills hands off to Dameon Pierce. He'll find a pretty good running lane. Gets about 7 or 8 on this one. They'll call it 7. 2nd and 3. Dameon Pierce, another good run. Doesn't quite get the first. 3rd and 1 from the 45. Another handoff. Pierce, he's met immediately in the backfield this time, however. A loss of 3. 4th and 4. And Houston will have to punt as well. So after a couple of punts, we now see Indianapolis and their offense back on the field. Handoff Jonathan Taylor. He's met very quickly by Christian Kirksey. They're going to say he didn't even gain a yard. It's 2nd and 10. Nick Foles back to throw. If they can't run it with Jonathan Taylor, you might as well pass it to him, get him involved somehow, and that is going to be a first down for Indianapolis. Nick Foles down the field. Should have been intercepted. That should have been Derek Stingley Jr.'s first interception in his career. Is instead dropped. 2nd and 10. Nick Foles back to pass again. A lob pass. That's Ashton Doolin on the left. Excuse me, on the right side. I don't know my directions. Down to the 36 of Houston. A great pickup for Doolin. Foles back to pass again. Has so much time. Just an unbelievable amount of time to throw. Pass probably would have been out of bounds anyway. Either way was broken up by King. Jonathan Taylor gets a pitch to the outside. Maybe an outside run will work. It worked a little better than the inside runs. That's a gain of 6 for JT. It looks like that's Moss in the backfield now, actually. But it doesn't matter, as Neville Hewitt will get his first sack on the new campaign, sacking Nick Foles. 4th and 8 now. They bring on the field goal unit. And crucially, a touchdown and an extra point will take the lead for Houston. The defense has really done a great job so far here in the second half, and Davis Mills and this Houston offense have a chance to make some stuff happen. Nico Collins with a catch on this one. I believe he dropped that same route earlier, so glad he made the catch. From the 41, handoff Dameon Pierce. Wow, it looked like that was going to get blown up in the backfield, but instead is a gain of about 3. 3rd and 6, Davis Mills down the field. He's looking for Jordan Akins. He can't come down with it. It's deflected. Houston punts again, just when the hopes were looking high. Nick Foles, handoff. Jonathan Taylor met immediately. That's going to be a loss of 2. Actually, they say he got back to the line of scrimmage. I stand corrected. 2nd and 10. Our rush defense has been incredible. That's Green in the backfield again. Another sack for Rasheem Green. 2 sacks on the day, both on Nick Foles, unless the first one was on Matt Ryan. I can't remember. From the 4 on 3rd and 21, they'll actually hand it off. I guess they're okay with punting in this situation. Jonathan Taylor gets absolutely nowhere, even though we were totally biting on a pass play that time. It's going to be a punt, obviously, from 4th and 21. Smith with the return, gets past the 50, breaks a couple tackles, and is down at the 49. Davis Mills, there's absolutely no way that we don't get points here, right? Let's see. From the 47, 2nd and 8, Davis Mills, awkward snap, takes it. Maybe I spoke a little too soon. 3rd and 21. Davis Mills tried to roll to his right, but instead walked right into a sack. 3rd and 21. Over the linebacker. That is a great throw from Davis Mills to Nico Collins, and it's good for a first down off of a 3rd and 21. Absolutely incredible. That was a great throw. Just had a perfect touch to get over the linebacker. Dameon Pierce, pretty good run on this one. That's going to be good for a gain of about 9. We've got 3rd and 1. Handed off to Pierce again. He's been pretty good all day for the most part. And he's up to the 26. He's got the first down. We're in the 4th quarter now. Davis Mills back to throw. Sacked again. Rolling to his right. Just keeps running into sacks. I understand that's user error. Obviously, I need to start stepping up in the pocket a bit more. 2nd and 19. Dameon Pierce will get most of it back on this reception. 3rd and 7 from the 23. Nobody covered Jordan Akins. Davis Mills sees it. He's down to the 5-yard line. Tackled down there. 10 minutes left in the 4th quarter. 1st and goal from the 5. Handoff. Dameon Pierce up the middle. That's another touchdown for Dameon Pierce. Should be his 3rd, because he should have had that one catch. You know, I'll get over it at some point. I'm just trying to get the rookie some touchdowns. But that's a touchdown. Houston Texans, Dameon Pierce, just under 10 minutes in the 4th. We're going to take the lead. We're up by 1 in the 4th quarter against a good Indianapolis Colts team. Nick Foles going to try to take the lead back. A pitch left side, met by Christian Kirksey. A huge stiff arm from Jonathan Taylor. Just absolutely sunned Christian Kirksey. That's a gain of 7. Jonathan Taylor up the middle. Another decent run. Back-to-back good runs for Jonathan Taylor. I think for the first time all day, 13 for 41. He does have the 1 touchdown, but not a great stat line. 1st and 10. Not Matt Ryan. Nick Foles, left side. Jonathan Taylor. And he's got a first down. He's honestly having a great game in terms of receiving, at the very least. Fantasy owners are going to be very happy. And Foles back to pass again. Off his back foot, looking for Alec Pierce. This looks very familiar. Had a play like that, I think, in the first quarter, although I believe it was with Matt Ryan. That may have even been the play Ryan got injured on. That time incomplete. Mo Alley Cox on the left side. I don't know my directions. That's the right side. And that's good. That's good for 8 yards. Handoff. Jonathan Taylor, he's stuffed. He can't get the first. It's 4th and 2, and absolutely massive stuff. They're going for it on 4th and 2 from the 46. Do they dare run it again? The run's been getting stuffed all day. They do dare run it again. It's Neville Hewitt. He had a huge sack earlier, and now an absolutely massive 3-yard loss, tackle for loss on Jonathan Taylor. Neville Hewitt having a great game. I think he even had a dropped interception at some point. And that brings Davis Mills back on the field. Great field position. He'll dump it off to Dameon Pierce. He'll get the first down as the tackler missed his assignment somehow. I don't know. He just stopped suddenly. 1st and 10 from the 31. Houston Texans handoff. Dameon Pierce up the middle, and he falls forward. Gain of 5. Dameon Pierce handoff again. Just keep giving it to the workhorse. He's getting it done. That's another first down. Dameon Pierce to the 18 of Indianapolis. Dameon Pierce once again. Just keep handing it to him. He's a beast. Gain of 4 that time. We're going to give Dameon Pierce a break. This time we're going to pass to Jordan Akins. Nobody covered him again. He's down to the 1-yard line. When you're at the 1, what do? You run it to Dameon Pierce. Up the middle, he's stuffed immediately. Down at the 3, a loss of 2 yards. And we're going to pass instead on this one. Davis Mills, Dameon Pierce this time is able to make the throw. Davis Mills to Dameon Pierce. And Dameon Pierce holds on through contact. That's his 3rd touchdown on the day, by the way. Have a day, rookie. Absolutely incredible day for Dameon Pierce. Another big touchdown for the Houston Texans. We're up 31-23 after this point after. I'd like to point out that that is an 8-point lead. They're going to need a 2-point conversion just to tie. There's only 2.5 minutes remaining. They do have the 2-minute warning and all of their timeouts. It's doable. It's definitely doable to get this game tied. Let's see what Nick Foles can do. Back to pass, 1st and 10. Dumps it off to Jonathan Taylor. Met quickly. Great tackle in the open field by Jalen Petrie. 2nd and 8. We hit the 2-minute warning. So now Indy will need to start burning its timeouts potentially. Jonathan Taylor, another catch, met by Christian Kirksey, and tackled down at the 37. 1st and 10 from there. We've got, that's Doolin across the middle of the field. To the 46, we're in Houston territory. The Colts and Nick Foles back to pass. That's Mo Alley Cox across the middle of the field. Another first down. They're making this look easy. From the 33 now, under a minute remaining. Nick Foles back to pass. Literally all day to throw. Doolin, another reception. For a guy I had not heard of before, he's having a great day. From the 19, 30 seconds left, Nick Foles across the left side of the field. Jonathan Taylor, and he's brought down before the first down. Not that it matters too much. Indy will burn their first timeout. 27 seconds. Across the middle, that's Michael Pittman Jr. Can he get in? He can't get in. He's down at the 1. Do they risk running it with Jonathan Taylor, who's been stuffed all day? They don't. It's a pass instead. It's Alec Pierce. It's broken up at the back of the end zone. Surely they run it this time. They don't. It's going to be another pass. Mo Alley Cox is wide open in the end zone. That's a touchdown, Indianapolis. They do still have to get the 2-point conversion, but that's the start they needed. I believe there's only about 17 seconds or so left on the clock. Maybe slightly more. 16 seconds was actually less. 2-point conversion. Indianapolis back to pass. Foles. They don't trust Jonathan Taylor at all. It's a good thing Michael Pittman knows how to get open. 2-point conversion is good for the Indianapolis Colts. They won't run with Jonathan Taylor in these crucial situations anymore. And I can't say that I blame them. It's looking like this one's going to go into overtime. Let's see what we can do on the kickoff. From the 5-yard line, This will waste a little bit of time as we are now down to 12 seconds. And we only get to the 25. Davis Mills is going to make a throw to the right side. It's to Nico Collins. He comes down with it, spins around a potential future Hall of Famer, Stephon Gilmore. 6 seconds left. Houston burns the timeout. It's going to be a handoff to Damian Pierce, trying to get a little closer for Fairbairn. Timeout again. 2 seconds remaining. Kaimi Fairbairn is going to have a long, I know it's a long field goal, to win the game for the Houston Texans here in Week 1 against Indianapolis. What an incredible catch from Nico Collins to put us here. We get iced by Frank Reich and the Indianapolis Colts. Kaimi Fairbairn to make maybe the kick of his career. I don't know what other kicks he's made, but this is a big one. He's got the wind with him. He doesn't have to worry about the strength. It's all about the accuracy. It's hooking left, but it's in. Field goal, Houston Texans. 34-31. Time expires. The Houston Texans upset the Indianapolis Colts in Week 1, taking the huge Week 1 victory. 1-0 are the Houston Texans. I never thought there'd be a world where I'm saying they're 1-0. Our roster is just worse. We're just a worse team on paper, but we got it done. We absolutely stuffed Jonathan Taylor. We got that completely taken care of. What a great game from the team. Absolutely massive catch from Nico Collins to set up that kick from Fairbairn. Davis Mills had a pretty good day other than that one errant throw and interception. 21 for 27 for 250 and two touchdowns. Nick Foles obviously had a great game. I think he threw for over 300 yards. Damian Pierce, 28 for 86 yards. Jonathan Taylor, 15 for 39, only 2.6 average. Did obviously have the one touchdown and was huge in the receiving game, 8 for 67. Nico Collins, 5 for 93, and obviously that crucial catch at the very end of the game. Chris Moore had a touchdown in this game, 5 for 43 for him. Mo Alley Cox was big. Damian Pierce had a few catches. Jordan Akins had a few catches. Desmond King, really impressed by our ability to stop the run this week. We killed it, absolutely. Jonathan Taylor got nothing done, which is shocking because it's Jonathan Taylor. I mean, you expect him to get some stuff done. But yeah, the huge boost for the team because of that. All defensive linemen just earned 4.5K XP. I hope you guys really liked this episode, first episode of the series, obviously. If you liked it, please go ahead and leave a like and subscribe for more. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Texans 1-0.